Travelling, I love having plenty of room. Did you know Accor has great apartment brands like Mantra, Peppers and Art Series? Get the luxury of space in amazing locations all over Australia and New Zealand. Great offers too. Live limitless with Accor.
So we're back live here at the Coffs Harbour International Sports Stadium for the 2020 Inferno NTL final in the men's 30s division. Sydney Scorpions and the South Queensland Sharks. I'm Adam Collins, joined by Danny Davis here in the commentary position. And the Sharks get us underway. Some great talent right through both of these lineups, Danny. How do you see it going?
Yeah, there's some excellent players out on the field right now. I mean, this Scorpions men's team's just started making the transition from the men's open to the men's 30s division. And we will see here a lot of some well-known names in the Kennedy twins, the Willie Bishops. Unfortunately, Dylan Hennessy couldn't be here Yeah, and I mean, there's just so many great players in that Scorpions team. And then we've got for the South Queensland Sharks some ex-Australian Opens players in Nathan Jones and Michael Singh too. So it's going to be a really interesting match of my old home region and I guess my new region now. So it'll be interesting to see how this one pans out.
A foot in each camp, so they say.
Yes, absolutely.
So both teams now have had an opening salvo. You see a penalty on the end of that set there for the Scorpions, a touch and pass signal. So now we are back with the Sharks, bringing us underway. Jonesy takes it forward. Nathan Jones there, ex-Australian representative.
Great player. Always, Pete always speaks such high volumes of Jonesy, and he's just an all-round great guy and an amazing player as well.
A really balanced athlete. The way he moves across the ground is so smooth, and the left to right, right to left, doesn't matter. He has it. So he'll certainly have an impact in this game. But as you said, some excitement machines in the Scorpions lineup.
Oh, here we go.
Talk about excitement. Little flick pass going on there. But that one was called late.
Tom might have thought he was in there, but unfortunately, they've taken it back for a touch pass and a rightful call by the rest there too.
And your mate Graham Clancy running around out there for the South Queensland Sharks.
Ah, he is. He's on the wing there.
From Touch Football Specialised, bringing us the All Abilities competition here. And Kainui Cox as well, another name to look out for in that lineup. And the big fella, James Mook Harrington. So exciting times ahead here in the men's 30s as we see the Scorpions on the attack, pushing it out to that right-hand edge of theirs. They turn it up, bring it back into the middle. And that's Morris Kennedy in the number 13. There he is at half, gets a wraparound play into space, little short ball. Shut down nicely by number 10, Graham Clancy. Gets the job done in defence. Morris off the right foot, looks to go inside. And that one is a turnover. So now we await the Sharks to bring the ball back into play off their line. Nice move so far, two-handers, two passes each time off the ruck there, making the transition straight over to their sub-box. I'll work down that inline channel now. Good penetration here, Danny, straight over the halfway line.
They're making some good meters, the Sharks. Singy on the field now. He'll be looking to control it, transitioning into the attack. Looking to probably get a 4-on-3 for Singy. Bringing out his right to left ball.
Little tap on.
Played in their favour.
Absolutely. So touched in flight. And that is Christopher Jordan, who gets over the line. Let's have a look at it once again. You called it there early, Danny, looking to set up that pass over the top, just touched in flight. Christopher Jordan doesn't take his eye off the ball, takes a catch, gets it down quickly, and that is the opening try for the Sharks. They lead the Sydney Scorpions 1-0.
Scorpions back on the attack now. We've got the Kennedy twins and Willie Bishop on the field. See what they can produce.
Steve O'Keefe also coming in to do the work from the link position. Now we see the big sweeper now coming around. Bishop gets down low. Ball down. You see the referee adamant there. Ball down for sure was the call from Danny. I reckon you got it 100% correct. Bishop, plenty of experience. He came around this hole at pace. Look at there, the setup. The Kennedy twins, Morris into half, off the deck. So important, the pass straight off the ground. And Willie Bishop at speed, unstoppable.
He is known for that little low dive that he's got, and man, has he still got it.
Yeah, age shall not worry them. As we see Jonesy. Aaron takes the ball, takes the ball into the line there. There's Big Mook just to the left of the ball carrier. Ben Wieserek, the ball carrier in the middle in that occasion.
Nicely covered by the Scorpions defence.
So Nathan Jones into acting half. Wieserek with the ball now. Mook Harrington on the outside. There's Wieserek, steps to the right, they go left. Jonesy not in any space there. So an end of the set. Kennedy brings the ball back into play. Johnny Kennedy on that occasion. There's Morris into the line now. A little bit of a stumble around the half. That was just a sloppy play the ball. John running into his brother's back, just losing possession on that occasion.
Sharks will have the ball here. Again on the try line, Singy out of half. Nice little ball movement there.
Shoulder charge.
Oi.
The Kennedy boys throwing their weight around. Not so considerable weight either, the Kennedys. Very good athletes, both John and Morris. Okay, so numbers back 6 on 6 with that forced substitution. Steve Tashi up out of the line there.
Oh, and a great defensive read by the winger there. Robbie Knuckler, ex-Australian men's open winger as well. And he's just got done for a 6 to go. I don't think he might have been going for the ball there. I think he might have been going for the touch.
Yeah, it was just as the diver, the link player, went for the ground, he flicked the ball up, taking the opportunity to try and get it away. And as you said, I think Rob might have been coming in to shut down. So fortuitous there for the Sharks. Nice footwork. But the defence of the Scorpions is solid. Tashi now pushing up off the line. Steve Tashi there. He gets beaten now on the outside. Again. There's the hole. Nathan Jones double taps on the ground to make sure. And that is a 2-1 lead here in favour of the Sharks. We can see it there. Nice play. Looked left. Came right. Tashi beaten in the middle. Jonesy down on one knee. And gets across the line to take his team out by one again. 2-1 they lead. Nice play there. Steve Tashi came up out of the line hard on that first one. And then it was just a little bit of fatigue.
Yeah, Michael Singh's really having an impact on this game. The last 2 tries he's had involvement in both, and he's dangerous out of half, so Scorpions are going to have to try and contain him in this final.
Singh's been around the game for a very long time. A family that's had a major impact. As we see Johnny Kennedy going for the line there. They shut that one down. Brother Maurice in acting half. A lot of non-verbal communication here between the Kennedy boys. There's Tashi, or is it Willie Bishop with a nice wraparound play.
Great hole there by the Scorpions link, I believe. Kyle Joyce it is.
Let's have a look on replay. Danny's called Kyle Joyce. We can see Bishop involved again here with the Kennedy boys. They are tireless in that middle. Here they go. So Johnny sets up, brings Maurice there. We can see the sweeper came around early. That might have been the earlier play. That's okay. We're back live now with the Sharks. Sharks on the attack. 2-2 the score. They're 5 out. There's Jones again with the ball in hand. Lining up into acting half. Kainui Cox. He's dangerous. There's Jones. Bullet pass into a fast closing link. Ben Wieserek. But traffic there for the Scorpions. Ball goes to ground. Knuckler gets the wrapper around. There we are. Out onto the wing. Jonathan Bailey in the tights. Takes it forward. Now we have Tashi back in the middle. He's down. Nice long ball out to Maurice Kennedy. Kennedy, little hop, skip and a step there. Couldn't beat the man for pace. Wanted to reset. They do so. Johnny Kennedy gets it down nicely. There's Morris. Dive pass.
Uh-oh.
Shut down defence from Graham Clancy. It's just collision, but there was no malice in it. It was simply Clancy coming in to shut down. You can see it here. Shut down Clancy, putting his body on the line and gets the job done. So we'll have a turnover. 7 metres out from their own line. In the opposite corner of their sub-box. So let's see what they do here. Last time they went double pass off the ruck, as they do again. 1-2. This time Mook takes it down the middle. Looking for that momentum. Jones across to the box now. Here we'll see the substitute players come on. 2 off, 2 on. They realign now. What are we going to see set up here, Danny?
Look, Singy's back on the field. He'd be looking to some sort of 4-on-3 platform. They're keeping it in the middle at the moment. Michael Singh, I'm sure he knows what he's doing. They're going to gain a penalty.
Michael Singh with the ball in hand. Penalty. Forcing referee. Ordering the defenders up off the line. Cox back to Singh.
Good defence there by John O'Bailey.
Kainui Cox at half. Singh. What a combination. Cox and Singh here in the middle. There's Singh at half. Cox around on the wrap. But good defence from the Scorpions. Edward Johnston on the shutdown there. Gets the job done. Knuckler on the wing. There's Singh again. Missed the composure, taking his time. Rolls in, pulls back. That could earn a penalty.
Yeah.
Doesn't do so on that occasion. Exactly what he was looking for. There's another one where they pulled out within. The ball was within the 7 metres on that occasion.
Oh, we got a little bit of an overlap
Space
here.
now, needs to take it forward. Nice long ball. Robbie Knuckler just held up in space.
Great try there by the Sharks.
Stephen O'Keefe for the Sharks. Let's have a look at it. The little step there comes back. That little hold-up was enough to keep the link defender in. Robbie Knuckler had pushed a little bit too much and was found wanting as Stephen O'Keefe crosses in the corner. 3-2 the Sharks now.
Yeah, that happens a lot on that last play. Teams defending think that there's not much going on and nothing could really happen. But, I mean, anything can happen in these situations in grand finals. And Sharks produced a nice little try there for a fifth and last play.
There's Johnny Kennedy with a little late switch back for his brother Maurice.
Beautiful try.
That non-verbal communication. It looked like, again,
It's telepathic.
as you said, nothing was happening. Then all of a sudden, Maurice gives it to Johnny on the wrap. Comes back with the late switch, gets outside, beats two really with that left foot step. The hole opens up as the link pushes. Try time, Maurice Kennedy. We're all tied up once again, 3-3. Sharks now with the tap. 15 metres out here. They're drawing the defenders up. Tashi comes up. Steve Tashi comes off the line. Harrington just pushed off the mark there. He won't matter too much about it. That's a big body to push off the mark. Who am I to talk about a big body? Little handshake between players there. Kainui Cox gets up. There he is with the hat on backwards. Little right foot step. Touched by Bailey.
It's good on the fifth and last play, Kanui. He doesn't leave it as just a dead play. He always tries to pull something out of his hat. It's nice to see.
The Scorpions make the meters down the left-hand edge. There's Tashi. Bishop at half. Johnny Kennedy now. Back inside to Tashi.
Oh, and another big hit.
Hip check, the signal for the referee. Either that or he was just doing the cha-cha slide that we heard a little bit earlier.
What a song.
Everybody up in the stands dancing between matches. And the Scorpions. Bishop with that low dive again. This time, Kanui Cox on the spot.
Just touched there. He puts so much pressure on the defence with that low dive. It's almost like a drummy dive. Would have been cool to see them play against each other in their heydays.
Oh, weren't there some ding-dong battles there? Johnny Kennedy loads up. Big right to left pass. Tap in.
Tap back. Ooh.
Unlucky. That could have gone forward. Are we going to see a penalty? I think we are. Looking at the body language of the referee, the way he looped around, he's going to call that one forward.
Forward pass.
That's the signal. See it here. It's pretty to watch. That, just a fall over. Is that Cox that went down? Not 100% certain, but that's a great ball. And unfortunately, the tap back inside going astray. Now, Jones takes it into the line. Back to Jones. A little interplay there with Josh McCormack. Tucky Harrison Luke also out there now. That was him pointing.
Scorpions are really good at this no-bite defence and just taking on that attacking line in their own time. Sharks, Nathan Jones trying to draw them out. Gives it off the ground. And it's covered by the Scorpions defence. It's going to be a changeover.
So now we have the Scorpions coming off their line. A little bit of static play here. Just winding down the clock. We're tied up 3-3. Conditions are quite warm out there. There's a bit of a breeze.
Yeah, but it's definitely hot, and that would definitely be making an impact on this game. All the players have been playing a lot of games this past few days, and that heat exhaustion starts to creep in a little bit. We spoke about it in the women's game. The men still seem to be running pretty good, but, I mean, it could start to creep in later
Bishop,
on.
big left to right ball there. good meters for the Scorpions. Stephen Tashi really punched hard in the line a couple of times there. Took a couple of settles up and did a really good job for the Scorps, but a nothing end of the play. But at least they're deep down in enemy territory as we see the Sharks roll on. Back to the sub box. I've just had word from home. My family on the Central Coast playing softball grand finals this morning. Apparently torrential rain.
It's on its way up north.
Torrential rain and gale force winds. An umpire was taken out of play by a flying gazebo.
Wow.
So she had to be replaced with an injury. No threat of that happening here as we see the Scorpions up off the line. Yeah, apparently she was hit by a flying gazebo just before the game started and had to be replaced. So conditions in Sydney not so good.
Let's hope they stay south and we don't have any flying gazebos up here at NTLs.
Absolutely. We'll keep an eye out for that as we see the Scorpions on the attack. Kennedy with a little flick-up ball for himself. Taking it into the line there was Francis Samia. That's Maurice Kennedy. John Kennedy into half. A little stumble. He recovers nicely. Gets the ball over the top to Samia. Intercept taken, but Samia gets a touch on. So that'll be one. They push out here. Numbers for the Sharks on the transition. Good play. Meters. Crucial here for the Sharks with 3 minutes remaining in the half. Good attacking opportunity here, Danny.
Here we go.
Kanui Cox in the middle.
Ben, they're going to set up a static sort of play here, trying to draw the middles out.
Ben Wiezerek at half, ready to go, lined up. That's Wiezerek there, my apologies.
It's going to be ball down for sure.
Gets underneath the dive of Samia. That was Ben Wiezerek. Nice work here. So that Hayden Terry, I'm just not sure of the names here. We've got multiple names. Hayden Terry, George Seymour. So somewhere in there is that young man's name. As we see Ben Wiezerek, the ball was on the line, probably a metre out, and he slid right along the line. That's a great skill. One-handed, end-to-end. As soon as that point hits the ground, try time.
And there's not a lot of people that can perform that skill, and he absolutely nailed it there and got another try for his team and put his team in the lead.
So 4-3, 2 minutes remaining in the half. The Scorpions boys, they'll want to go in at least tied up, if not in front. There's Kennedy, back to Bishop. Shut down on that occasion. Coming in hard, James Harrington.
They've been playing to Willie a few times on the sweeper there and tried to go against the grain, and Mooks read that really well.
Here he is again, Kennedy to Bishop. Quick hands.
Oh, flick out the back.
Great skills on display here in the men's 30s. As you said, a lot of these guys have just made the step up from opens, so the speed of the game reflects that. Great skills, and it's been a very entertaining half of touch so far.
Definitely. I think a lot of these guys could definitely still play in men's opens. The Kennedy twins just produce time and time again, and everybody's seen how much of an impact they can have on whatever team that they're in, and they're certainly having an impact on this game.
So imagine, you said Dylan Hennessy had to go home. I reckon the Sharks would have breathed a sigh of relief.
Yeah, definitely. They all would have had a big sigh of relief knowing that Dylan had to get back to work. And obviously for the Scorpions, it would have been a little bit disappointing for them. And there's still a lot of talent in the Scorpions team, but a player like Dylan Hennessy, it's hard to take a loss like that.
They go across again here. A little bit of a tussle in the background. He was just held up as he went across the line. Heath Cooper there for the Scorpions. And Graham Clancy.
Getting fired up.
Back you go, Graham. Nothing to see here. Kanui Cox also getting into it there. Neither is going to give any quarter. 15 seconds remaining. Just a little chat with the captain.
Yeah, probably the right time to have a break, I reckon, Adam.
Yeah.
As the men start to get a little bit hot and heavy out there.
Go off and have a little mouthful of water and just regain the composure. And there we hear the siren in the background. The Sharks lead 4-3. And some nice byplay there. The heat taken out of that. There was really nothing in it, Danny. I think you're going to have to go and have a word to your mate Graham about setting an example for those all-abilities athletes.
Yes, I'll have to march right down there now and have a word to him, but I'll leave Paul Sphere to take my place in the second half in the commentary.
Thanks very much, Danny. Thanks for joining us. It's been great having you on board. Hopefully this isn't the last, but we'll bring Paul into the sub-box for the second half. Thanks very much, Danny. No, it's not looks for looks, Fizzy.
Oh,
not
please,
at all.
Please.
Thanks,
I'm nowhere
Danny.
near as good looking as you.
Thanks, Danny. So the half-time score, 4-3. We'll be back with you for the second half action shortly.
Hey Touch family, I just wanted to let you into a little secret to our recovery and performance, my adjuster mattress. Let's come inside and find out a bit more.
We're really excited at basically getting ourselves out there and actually being able to sit there and give people the opportunity to understand basically the benefits of sleep as well. Something which people don't think is actually that important, but sleep is just so important.
I recommend an adjuster mattress because I've experienced firsthand how good this is for my body. Anybody that knows me knows that I dislike stretching and warming down after games. And because of that, I wake up feeling 10 years older. It gives me the support my body needs. One click of the zero gravity button has me waking up feeling fresh.
I've had a sore hip and a really bad Achilles for months now, and since having the adjuster mattress, they literally have disappeared. Obviously I still play at a higher level and I like training every single day, so I love how a product like this can allow me to train and play pain-free.
I love the fact that I never want to get out of it. That's probably the best bit about it. The massage feature it has in it, you wake up, your legs are a bit sore, you just throw the massage feature on and gets all the little bumps and bruises out, and it's especially helpful after training just because you're so sore and the next day you have to back up. So when you turn that massage feature on and your legs get out of bed and you feel really good to go. The first few days I got it, I didn't want to leave it.
So the big thing for us is trying to educate people on the importance of sleep as well and recovery. Obviously footy takes a lot out of them. It gives them it gives them time as well to recover. Get into the 5 stages of sleep. Most importantly, that's stage 3. Get their body a chance to actually heal from the inside to the outside.
So here we are back live for the second half of the men's 30s grand final for the Inferno National Touch League for 2020. The Sharks leading 4-3. I've been joined by Paul Sphere in commentary. Spherzy, how do you see that first half?
Mate, what a great game. Bit of old school, bit of skill, bit of everything. A lot of these guys could be still playing men's opens. I mean, this Scorp team could actually compete with a lot of the men's. And then in my opinion, you've got Nathan Jones, who in my opinion is easily in the best 6 middles I've ever seen.
Absolutely. We talked about him at the start of play with Danny. I've been in awe of him for a long time. He just floats across the ground, balanced, always has time. So we see Kennedy on the attack. John Kennedy.
Great touch.
Claims there that the touch wasn't made, but Singy,
I think he got him. I just think he's claiming ball down.
Yeah.
I think.
Singy.
So, yeah. But the Sharks have come out to play. This is a star-studded Scorps team, and it's good to see. And we got a 3-on-2 here.
Morris Kennedy could have gone long there, I think.
Great touch.
Absolutely. I think, yeah, if he had been able to look up and have that play again, the winger was unmarked.
Yeah, might have hit the wing.
And Morris certainly able to get a ball like that away. That'll be easy pickings for Maurice.
Very easy for him.
So now Harrington back into the middle. Jesse Green in there as well. Might have got him confused a couple of times with Kanui Cox. That's the man with the ball in hand.
Yeah, Cox is there. That's number 7.
They're both wearing their hats backwards, and they're not too dissimilar, the 7 and the 2. So my apologies in the first half if I did call them incorrectly. That's Cox now pushing out.
Oh, I think ball's
Gets
down.
outside Steve Tashi there, and I think the ball was down. You're right. Tashi's been caught a couple of times on that play.
Yeah, I think they try and go man on a bit, and instead of covering their zones, they try and cover 2. And, mate, if it's going to come to foot speed, you know, Coxie will win every time there.
Absolutely. Here's the replay now. We'll see it again. It is, you're right, man on, and Kanui Cox able to get the ball down quicker than Tashi can cover that space.
Like I said, a lot of these guys can play men's opens here. A lot of great athletes.
So 5-3 the score. The Sharks leading the Scorpions.
And we've got Willie B come on. I'm sure there'll be some setup for him, Willie Bishop. Here he comes, sweeper.
Would have been forward, so you need to realign there. Nice pass, but nothing doing. The Sharks' defence right up to the task there.
Here he goes. Willie wants it. He'll come off the left here, I'm guessing. Oh, no.
Ball back to
Good
Willie
ball.
Bishop. Quick hands.
He's not going to get there.
Touched in flight, however. That one they'll call. Bishop claimed touch in flight on the pass that he threw. Referee didn't see it, I don't think, so they were lucky to get that call on the second touch.
But a great second effort there by the cover defence to come back and save that try. And, a lot of second efforts go a long way to winning games when we're saving tries.
Yeah, that was Tucky Harrison Luke there. Tucky Luke coming across in cover. He's been outstanding. A couple of times he's shut down beautifully.
See, Willie would love to be closer to that 7-yard line there before he wants to weave his magic.
Yeah, a little bit too. There he goes, driving into the line. Just take some space. There's John Kennedy out the back to Bishop. How does he stop that quickly? Covered in funnel webs. There he is, Bishop again now.
Great desperation.
John Kennedy. It's a shadow of a plane went across the top. But there they are, the Kennedy brothers. John out of half, hits short.
Oh, nice.
Maurice short. Put it down, mate. Don't go too deep. How good was that? We talked about it's almost telepathic between the twins.
Yeah.
Here's the setup. So Maurice there. John goes from half. Maurice steps beautifully into space, and just the ball so crisp.
Yeah, and I think they conditioned. They threw a couple of passes before that, and they've conditioned, and I think the Sharks were waiting for that passive, and they've just hit it short.
It's a 5-4 now. Only one in it.
Nathan Jones, he'll love his left to right here. One of the best in the game. Former Australian Men's Opens captain. Won a World Cup as a captain.
So Cox and Weezerek will work in the middle. Jones will just hang on the fringes. Here he comes now into play.
Yep.
Pulls up because he wants the defenders to roll forward. You can see the ref in the background there.
And that's one of their plays, the Scorp boys. They love rolling back.
There's the squeeze there. It goes around. Jones draws the defence with him and the hole opens up. That's the threat of Jonesy in the middle. As soon as he moves, the defenders heads up. They're not sure what's happening.
Mate, he's already talking about 40s. He told me he turns 40 next year, but this guy could still play men's opens, not just 30s.
Have you look? There he goes, and you can see the heads up of the defence.
That made it easy, correct.
And once that link goes to the ground like that, it is shut the gate.
Everyone thought James would be getting it there.
So we are at 6-4. They're out again by 2, the Sharks. Might sound like we're just singing the praises of Nathan Jones.
They got numbers there?
But we're fans, unabashed fans. But Kennedy there just picks Jonesy out. You can see he gets up, slaps himself on the hand as he gets to his feet. The Kennedy boys it's a struck match between the skill sets of both of these teams, and it's going to come down to something like that.
Well, look, the Kennedy boys now have given up playing rugby league. Again, you see their body weight has changed in the sense they've got a lot lighter, and they would have made the Australian sides for many years, but their league commitments obviously were coming first at the time.
Yep, absolutely. You can see they are much leaner now and doing a lot of work in the Sydney area, developing, not just touch football, but also working with up-and-coming league talent and rugby talent. Doing a great job, the K squared. Oh, nice.
Good work.
Shut down there. I think that was Maurice coming in hard off the line. Sharks have been impressive. That's Weezerek. He's working hard around the middle. Singy with the ball now. Gets it out to Harrington. Harrington, Singh into half. Looks right, goes left with the big right to left pass.
Think forward. No.
All clear, says the player.
Okay, must
the
have
referee,
been. No,
referee
forward.
doesn't agree. That was the player, mate, that stepped back and give that all clear signal. Trying to sell it.
Yeah.
And the referees weren't having a bar of it.
Look, a lot of people would have predicted the Scorps to win comfortably here, but it's good to see the Sharks have really come out to play.
Nice meters here for the Scorpions. Tashi. Oh, play goes down in defence. Tashi rolls up. That probably made about 30 metres on that settle.
Tashi's a workaholic.
Bishop into half. It's John Kennedy there.
It's good defence here. They're getting away from the try line, and that's what you want to do.
Kyle Joyce takes it down now for Maurice Kennedy. Wraps around his brother John. Goes to come back on a late switch. Communication didn't work there. And looks like the Kennedy boys will both come off for arrest. Bishop up out of the line to give the ball to the Sharks players. As we see Bailey and also Jason Scarnival heading onto the field. Nagus, as he's affectionately known, has been around the game for a long time.
Yeah, one of the true gentlemen of our sport.
Oh, absolutely. One of the best. As we see the Sharks roll in again.
Yeah, they're rolling back. They'll do that all the time, and they haven't been pinned for it yet, so you might as well keep doing it while you can.
Josh McCormack in there. That's Kanui Cox.
Good defence.
Cox there. Half is Hayden Terry. George Seymour. Again, apologies. Just got a lot of names written on the team sheet that we have here. And the Scorpions now bring it off the line. Bailey with a nice settle. There's Scarnival.
Nagas. Here they wrap on. Big Frankie Samia.
Samia.
Took up touch when he was 30 years old.
Wow. A late bloomer.
A late bloomer. Came from rugby league, St. George reserve grade, and yeah.
So
big boy, but very, very quick. And can throw left to right.
So penalty there. Penalty there for a hard touch that just put the young man off balance and affected the play for Samia, not able to get the ball off the ground. So the penalty to the Scorpions. They're back at full strength now. Harrington has to go behind the line to be onside. There's Kennedy. John Kennedy. Robbie Nackler. You've had a lot to do with the big man on the wing.
Mate, one of the best wingers our game has had. Maybe not blessed with speed, but can read a game as good as anybody I've ever seen.
Absolutely. And despite being coached by yourself and Tony Trad for such a long time, he's still at the top of his game.
Yeah, this is the Globetrotters team. They all come here under Terry Cooper.
The Globetrotters.
Mate, you've got three Western Suburbs Lebanese boys there. Steve the Cub Ortachi, Frankie Samia and Rob Knuckley. Well represented by our boys.
Yeah. So they roll back here in defence, as you said. Jones.
Here he is.
Eating the metres. Kanui Cox. Drops it back inside for Cox. Cox goes across now. Drops it back inside once again. There's Jones with the ball.
Geez, James, you'd want to get one up here. If you get that 2-try break.
Jones down. Nice ball from Tucky Harrison. Wow.
Oh.
Right to left.
A lot of these guys here, even at over 30s, they still want to back their foot speed with each other and not give the overlap. They'd love to go man on.
Here they go. Kanui Cox.
Oh, he's played through.
Looks like the referee has played through.
through.
Steve Tashi claiming he come across in cover in time, but the referee disagrees.
He played through one of the Kennedy boys.
One of the Kennedy boys. I'm not sure. We'll see who it is when we go back to the Replay action. So there's Tashi making the touch. They break outside. It's John Kennedy. You can see the referee, as John came in to make impact, he was already calling him off. Play through, and the try to the Sharks. That is 7-5 now. The Sharks out by 2.
They really need to hit back here. Is Willie Bishop, and he'd want to find that 7-yard line. And Jonesy will try and take him one-on-one.
Kyle Joyce working with them in there. That's Kyle with the ball now.
It's a good strike from the link. You'll see Jonesy, he'll lead. One of the best defenders of our game.
Up out of the line there, but now sends Singy up off the line as well. Michael Singh pushes out, gets the touch on Joyce. Bailey now in the middle. Joyce with a late switch for Bishop. It doesn't come off. Jones had shut down the channel early. There he is punching through the middle now. Harrington.
There'll be no panic from the score. Some of these teams got so much talent that in the space of a couple of minutes they can score 3 tries. So both teams are very familiar with each other.
Both lineups, you talked about the experience that's in the Scorpions team. You look across that lineup for the Sharks, and you hear names like Cox, Jones, Singh. Oh. Another try. Oh, hello.
Mookie. There's a lot of, Singy. He just retired from the Australian mixed side last World Cup.
Absolutely. Let's have a look at this again in replay. That's Jesse Green.
He's dummied and
Kanui Cox picks up Green. Have a look at the celebration here. Yeah, well done, young man. Indigenous dance there for Jesse Green.
That's Cody Green's brother.
There you go. Very talented family. Cody, a long time at the top of the game in Queensland. Long ball here. They resettle. Maurice Kennedy in half now. Tashi takes it in. There's John with the ball. Big shutdown play.
Great strike by the winger there.
Graham Clancy, he's been dangerous. Been very busy out on the wing.
Yeah, great.
Samia, unfortunately, that one goes to ground. The final play. I don't know about you, just having a look at the body language here, the Scorps look tired.
They do, but just give them a breather and they'll be back on and they'll be trying to weave some magic. If anyone can come back from here, it's them.
That's nice meters there for the Sharks up to the halfway line. They're about to hit right on half now. That's good roll ball. 3 touches gone. Didn't get the penalty he thought he might there, Singh.
And these Shark boys, if they're smart, they've got to keep playing footy. That's what's got them to here. They slow it up or try and time waste or work the clock down. It could work against them.
Kanui Cox in half for the last touch here. Gets outside Bailey, but up off the line quickly. Bailey makes the touch. Rolling forward now, the Scorpions over to their box. They want those fresh legs on. There's Tashi, as you said, just a workhorse. Takes it forward. He's tireless. Bishop in half. That's John Kennedy. Back to Bishop. Bishop gets it down for Kennedy. Kennedy looks short, goes long. The tap-on play attempted. Doesn't come off on that occasion. Edward Johnston there. Not able to get it away in time. So a changeover, roll ball for the Sharks. See what they can do here. Harrington bends the back, takes it forward.
Mate, all they've got to do is get the 1%ers right and just go from try line to try line.
Here they go now. Jones in the middle.
If Jones, he can get close enough.
Josh McCormack, that is, taking it forward. Oh, just lost a handle on that one. Had a look.
Yeah, that's okay. You want to make a mistake, that's you want to make it 5 yards out from the opposition's try line.
Absolutely. No damage done. So it's 8-5. Tashi, head down. Just a lot of lateral movement there. Not much momentum.
Here we go.
This is better. That's better from Tashi. Drives in. Collision. Both players. Took a bit of a knock there. I think that's Tucky Luke. Hopefully he's okay. You can see him holding his face. He goes off. Maybe there's a bit of blood. He's tough. Harrison to the sub box. He'll get looked at by the medical attendants in the box. Maurice Kennedy, Bishop. Moving it out there.
They really need to get going. They'll need to score here to have any chance, I think.
Look back inside. That was Kyle Joyce. Joyce again with the ball. Maurice Kennedy to Bishop.
They've really kept Bishop away from that 7 yard. That's what he wants. That's where really Bishop wants that ball, on that 7 yard.
There's Maurice there now. Looks to go in. Joyce to half. Gets a long ball, wide ball, out ball there for Bishop. Look at that. Heads up. Clancy might have got the touch there. No, the referee says all clear. So just a nice long drift pass from Willie Bishop.
Yeah. Thought it might have been slightly forward, but anyway, we've got to go with the on-field referees.
I think that's Heath Cooper over there. We'll look at it now. There it is. Flat pass.
Looks good.
Yeah, full stretched Heath Cooper. I think this is his 23rd or maybe 25th NTL.
And this is where the Sharks got to be careful. There's just under 4 minutes, and they just want to play footy. Because if they give the Scorps can get another try here, it's game on in the next minute.
Is that Cox?
Good.
Touch was made. A little bit of feeling in the game here.
He's claiming a try there, but
Jason Scarnival making the touch. Tap on play, look to go forward.
Yeah, I think it was. Anyway, here we go. Let's see what they can do here. They really need to get up there and maybe try and get a repeat set with a good yards here, if they can.
The Kennedy pointing. I want you down here, Rob.
Here he
There's
goes.
Tashi, bends it back again. Tucks the ball under. Good shutdown defence,
ball.
but good release there. Bishop works it up the middle. That's John Kennedy. You see Maurice folding out. Maurice will go into half. Gets it to John. Gets around his brother now. That's a ball in behind the defender. Unfortunate there. Kyle Joyce just puts that one down.
Geez, that could have been a try there. I think they butchered a try there.
I think you might be right. And it could be costly with 2.5 minutes remaining. They probably needed the score there. As we see the Sharks.
Oh, he's lost that.
He's lost possession.
Lost that, yeah.
That's the fella that went off with the head knock, so hopefully he's okay. Just loses possession there, rushing. Ball moved all the way out here to the right-hand side. Kennedy turns it back inside for Joyce. Bit of a hard touch there, but nothing doing. Referee calls play on. That's Kyle Joyce with the ball again. Has Kennedy on Morris Kennedy on his right shoulder. John Kennedy on his left. So options left and right. Goes down for Maurice. Maurice gets around brother John, who looks for a long pass to Bishop.
Great work, Graham Clancy.
He's been on fire with
nice
that
read.
shoot up defence of his. The strike that you call it, Paul.
Yeah, it's when it's a good read sometimes either by the link or the winger.
Short ball now. Kennedy, Maurice look to get on the outside of Nathan Jones. Couldn't do so. Bishop into half. Back to Maurice. John Kennedy now. Take it in for Maurice. Maurice looks to go left, comes back right.
Oh, they
there
got him out.
Is.
Wow.
So 8-7, a minute and a half remain. Can the Scorpions turn the ball over here? They have to apply defensive pressure, but as you can see, Sharks are in no rush to bring the ball back into attack.
And I wouldn't be either. But I'm sure James will use as much time as he can here and use the whole 6 touches.
So Maurice Kennedy scoring for his team there. We are now 1 minute left on the clock. We saw it yesterday.
Yeah, that's smart. They'll get a good maybe 30 seconds on them unless they get a repeat.
So he goes over the line. Short ball, Kanui Cox. That will win the match for the Sharks.
Oh.
Tashi just shows a little bit of feeling there for Kanui. You see it here. Bounce out play. That's Weezerek. Singh finds a short pass for Kanui Cox. Dots it down, says thank you, good night. 15 seconds remaining. Sharks lead 9-7. Kennedy. John gets it back to Maurice. Shut down there from Weezerek. Out to Bishop. Bishop pulls hard left. Comes back right with a long pass. Kennedy catch and pass. That'll be all she wrote. Cuddles inside there. Nothing happening in back play. Heath Cooper will score the final try of the game, and the Sharks take it 9-8.
Yeah, great game by the Sharks. That's really backs against the wall. The Scorps would have been favourites, and it's a great team effort to come out and beat a star-studded Scorps team.
Well, a great game there in the men's 30s grand final. The Sharks champions at the 2020 Inferno National Touch League. We look forward to bringing you the Mixed Opens grand final, where I'll be joined in commentary by Mixed Touch Football royalty Tony El Tashi. That game will be coming your way in around about 9 minutes' time.